Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about 5 food names that mean different things in the United Kingdom and the United States. So I'm sure you've heard about biscuits and chips, but these are some that you might not have heard about. Let's get started. First on the list is cocktail sauce, by which I mean seafood cocktail sauce, usually shrimp cocktail sauce. In the US, this cocktail sauce is ketchup based, it has a lot of horseradish, and it has a bit of a spicy kick. It is also pretty light in the mouth and in calories. In the UK, however, it looks a lot more like mayonnaise because it is mayonnaise based, and it actually doesn't have any horseradish in it, but it is very creamy and it goes really well with shrimp in sandwiches. That's my favorite way of eating it. Number 2 is flapjacks. In the US, flapjacks are those, flat griddle cakes that you put syrup on and you eat for breakfast. And they are fluffy and they are made from a batter and they are nothing like UK flapjacks. In the UK, flapjacks are actually more of almost a cereal bar type thing, except that they are not cereal bars. They are oat based and they are made with golden syrup and they are sweet and stodgy and delicious, and I like them a lot, if you couldn't tell. But they are nothing like American flapjacks, even though they share the same name. The UK ones are also more of a snack than the American ones that are usually a breakfast item. And speaking of flapjacks, number 3 on the list is pancakes. In the US, pancakes are synonymous with flapjacks for the most part. They're the thin griddle cakes that you eat for breakfast. But in the UK, pancakes are more like a French crepe. They are flat, they're not leavened, they are very thin and they're large, and a lot of times they are filled. So you put spread of something on them, you roll them up, and you eat them, and they're delicious. But they're nothing like American pancakes. Number 4 is jelly. In the US, jelly is a fruit spread with a ton of sugar, and it is epitomized in the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But in the UK, jelly is what Americans call Jell-O. So it's a gelatin-based dessert. They're usually also fruity, but they are vastly different to the US jelly version. And a lot of times you'll have little chunks of fruit or sometimes whole berries if they're really small, and they're eaten as dessert. They are not spreadable. So jelly in the US is a fruit spread, jelly in the UK is American Jell-O. And number 5, but not least, and likely the most controversial one, is baked beans. And they are controversial because in many ways they are very similar, much more than the other things I've talked about, but they are also very different. In the US, baked beans are like the Boston kind. They tend to be sweet, smoky flavored, and generally eaten as part of a barbecue, especially in the north. In the UK, baked beans are very different. They're not sweet and they are tomato based, which is much more savory, and a lot of times Brits eat that for breakfast as part of a full English, or the favorite way, and my favorite way, although wait, I do love a full English, but beans on toast is that other way. And I like them both. I like them very differently for very different reasons. I would never eat Boston baked beans on toast, but I do love British baked beans on toast. So if you are American, which ones of these food items have you tried? And if you are British, which ones of the American ones have you tried? Let me know in the comments. And that is 5 food names that mean completely different things in the UK and in the US. Thanks for watching.